across the board, they all balled out. Highest grades as a collective for the entire year, and they all had passing grades. We'll start out on the right side. Troy Faltano had one of his had a down week, last week, but this week he came to play. He came to play once again, 93%. Think he gave up one pressure. He's out there using his hands like he always does. I love the way he sets. He's getting more comfortable on that right side. There's a couple of sets right there where both tackles are fitting off the defensive end, and Aaron and Mason both have all the space in the world to complete their passes, especially that last touchdown drive in the fourth quarter. There were a couple of plays where Mason had all day to scan through all four of his progressions and was ultimately able to dump it off to DK over the middle 2 or 3 times in a row, just because of all that time the offensive line was giving him. Troy was obviously a big reason for that. Mason and Zach both inside, steady eddies as usual. Mason, my spirit animal, balled out once again. Could have did better in the run game. That one sack, I got to attribute to him, although I thought Aaron had enough time to throw the ball away. It was on 2nd and 10. I thought he should have threw the ball away, but we still got some pressure. He had to scramble out to his left. There was a game between him and Troy, and Mason didn't square up properly. That's pretty much all. There were a couple of run fits I thought he could have did better on, but by and large, he had a good game. Zach Frazier, once again, Mr. Consistency. This is actually pretty low for him, 89%. There were a couple of identifying things that he missed on. Safety rotation came down. He declared too far back. As I don't know if the common viewer knows, the center is usually in charge of dictating the Mike backer. And from the Mike backer, it tells everybody else on the offensive line who they should block. Also tells the quarterback and the wide receiver who they're hot off of. So that Mike point is crucial. And Zach has been doing an amazing job. A couple of times he declared too far back and the safety was coming down into the box. And he should have saw that. He's been playing long enough. I expect him to get that correct. But again, solid performance. Now, this dude, Isaac Siumalu, I could have gave him 100%. I really could have, but I can't. No O-lineman can grade out a perfect score. It just doesn't happen, Charlie. And I didn't want to do it just yet. I need to see it 2 times in a row. But Isaac came back after missing last week. Didn't know how he was going to respond to that pec injury. Balled out. Played a flawless game, Charlie. It's about as flawless as you can play as an interior lineman. Out there communicating, I was harping on the fact that I thought he might have been too quiet. But you can tell his performance had a direct impact on how well Broderick plays. And Broderick probably had his best game of the year. He had another good game when we played Cincinnati earlier, right? His only good grade, only grade that's in the yellow and not the red was the 91% versus Cincinnati. And granted, his grade was better then. He had a better game this game. His disposition, the way he was coming off the ball, the way he was trying to finish blocks, the way he was running downfield, that's what we want to see from him. I was so proud to see him play yesterday. Hope he could build upon this. He was throwing his hands, Charlie. How many times have I talked about throwing your hands and how he wouldn't do it, how he was catching? Now, there's still an issue with this left hand. When you're at left tackle, your right hand has to be strong. Your inside hand has to be strong. And you got to get that left hand inside too. He tends to clamp it. It's kind of like a defense mechanism because he doesn't trust his strength or whatever. He needs to stop that because the ref is going to call holding if he keeps on doing that. But other than that, I'm being nitpicky on that one. He balled out. As a whole, the whole O-line played their best game of the year. It was so good to see, and it made me, as a grader of the Trench Report, made me not be so stressed out. I got to enjoy Victory Monday and just enjoy them playing good football, good together football. The chemistry is seemed to be happening as we speak. The arrow is pointing up. I am so excited about this group, man. Hope they keep it going.